welcome back to BoardGameGeek's continuing coverage from the SPIEL 2019. I'm joined this time by Moritz from Hans and Gluck. And
yeah,
I hope I did that justice.
Very good.
We're looking at Polo II, which is great. So show me what's new and improved and returning in this version of the game.
Absolutely. So first of all, we have a huge bag of wood. So who's familiar with the game knows that some issues, some of the old ones, we try to improve also during the process. But actually, the main thing it's a total new game in terms of having all these different strategies, and you have the same redundant elements of placing dice as a workers basically. So you have different spots on the board where you can place them, as we all know. But all of the spots change, all do a different way, a different approach on the parts of the game than the one before.
Okay.
So you still have resources, you still have houses to place on the board, you still have traveling on the board. They just cut out the board, so basically it's double the size.
Okay.
So we all have the map over here. You still do contracts technically, but how you do is differently. So when it's your turn, you have to place a die as usual. And you have the different spots which are available. Sometimes you have restrictions now, so it has to be a 3 or more, a 1 or more, which is still kind of easy for a 6-sided die. You have to place 2, for example, and so on. That's a complete new element. You get sigils, you not had them before in the game. There's these ones. Here's the new market. New market is now fed by separate offers every day. We're playing 6 turns, and every turn it's replaced. You see a little bit of the previous one. You also see there is a new resource introduced. Before we had camels, which are basically a second currency beside the money. We had silk, gold, and pepper all there, and now we have jade too.
Okay.
Jade was very important in China, and we all know Marco Polo traveled in China, maybe if he ever existed, but that's what I got researched. So the new jade is unlocking us different opportunities in the market. As well, it's required for traveling sometimes.
Okay.
As well, there's special abilities you can use for, you can use it for, and there's contracts, so it's woven in the system obviously. The traveling part is over here. And in the previous game, you had to do it pretty. Well, it was a little bit more complicated. Now it's very easy. You put the die here. Now you can move up to 3 spaces, and you have to pay the cost on the board. They increased massively, so it is sorted off differently. Some people say it's more easy for them. Some are used to the old system, so that's yeah. But most people say it's more easy for them. It's good because the whole game by itself is a little bit more complicated. It's more strategy. You have a little bit more clear strategy. We changed, even the final scoring is changed to a completely new system.
Oh wow!
That's where these cards are from.
Okay.
We have the sigils, which are pretty important. They are actually used in 3 ways. You sometimes get unlocked special ways to drive, and then you can activate them, turn them around. And then you get some special powers every day. You can use them for the cities and use them for the final cards. So everything is woven together.
Yes, yeah.
And you have to discover new strategies.
Wow, so even for those already familiar with the game, this is more than just a reprint or a reskin. This is really an evolution, a new...
Yes, absolutely.
Wow, okay.
As I said, the system that I place dice is the same. I'm still traveling, I'm still placing houses, I'm still doing contracts with some resources, but all the how I do is different. So I cannot do the same strategies as I know, because I have to find new ways.
Very nice.
Contracts are only on the board now, so there's no space where you can get the contracts as usual. You have to take them there, so you have to travel, which is then getting us a little bit more competition on the spot. So that is, and yeah, well, if someone is starting new, you can start with that again immediately. Everything is there, the rule is written in the way. I still recommend to play number 1 first. Of course, if you're an experienced Terra Mystica player, then you will do that, no problem. But for medium gamers, I would definitely recommend to try number 1 first, and then jump on that evolution.
Good to know. All right.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for kind of showing us what's new and different and everything. And if you'd like to find out even more about Marco Polo II, be sure to check out its BoardGameGeek page or the Hans and Gluck website. And thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And all board coverage from the SPIEL coming up real soon.
Thank you, guys.